My bad. Sorry, I forgot I didn't have the microphone out here. My bad. Oh, shit. I'm just getting back to the room again, guys. I'm exhausted, so I'm a little off. Gilded Age. Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? Labo, Richie 000. Colonel Quail, I shouted you out twice, but I guess you didn't hear me. Bobby, of course. Let me just check, make sure the right thing is on here. Okay. Guys, hit the like button. There's not many of you, but still. Here to listen to my favorite show. Oh, you enjoy this show, Labo? That's awesome, man. Thank you, brother. Trump is winning, right? Oh, yeah, he's killing it. Trump's killing it right now. Yeah, what do you do? He threatened to kill Democrats today? Senators or something? What did he say? Guys, usually I'm up on this shit, but this whole week I'm out of town. I'm spending time with a sick family member. So my days have just been busy. So I haven't been listening to anything, That's usually what I do in my free time is listen to politics, and I haven't had any. So he threatened to kill senators, Democrat senators. Huh? Interesting. You think he's losing his marbles? Think the pressure of the Epstein files is getting to him? You know that motherfucker's in there for some bad shit. I mean, there's no question about it. No question about it. Nobody goes through everything that fucking asshole has gone through to cover something up, like for no reason, if they're not worried. Yeah, we'll find out someday. Probably not. They're gonna, is that what he said they committed? Sedition punishable by death? Is that what he said? How exactly? Fill me in, guys, because I'm off tonight. I'm a little off. Tell me exactly what happened, please, just so I know for later on. I was watching a video where they were talking about it. I was listening to a video, I should say, but I wasn't fucking paying attention.
Trump is right to want violence against Democratic lawmakers. He is right, and she says that's what Americans want. Is that what Americans want?
What's the seditious behavior, though?
Oh, we're going to look at some of the reaction here, but it's not good that we're hearing this shit. It's just not good. Let's play a couple of clips.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin, Senator from Michigan, former CIA officer. Earlier today, President Trump threatened myself and a number of other service and
yeah, I know about that video. Okay, that's what it was about. Well, they're supposed to not carry out unlawful orders. That's how it goes. You're supposed to carry out lawful orders and not carry out unlawful orders. So, but hey, Trump's not an authoritarian, right? No. Nope. I was talking to somebody about him tonight. Somebody who agrees with me on most things, politics related, and hates Donald Trump. And we were talking about some of this crazy shit he does. Patel has googly eyes. He certainly does. They put out a video telling military to not follow an unlawful orders. Well, good. You can't disobey the God King. He goes crazy. He has to have his way at all times. Doesn't care about the law. Doesn't care about anything. Just himself getting his way. Fucking bitch. What's up, Bobby? Cracking up. 33 people, guys. Please hit the like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it very, very much. Do you think it's all the pressure of the Epstein files getting to him? I mean, this is not, out of the ordinary for him to do. I don't know why we're talking about it like, gee, I wonder what drove him to this. He's a maniac. But I would have to assume it's primarily because of the pressure he's feeling, because he's about to be outed as a pedo. I love your chat channel. You put things into words about DJT, which I think about, and I just don't know how to put into words like you do. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Mimi Wunsch. Thank you very much. Never saw a name like that before. Guys, I'm supposed to go home tomorrow, and it's too much. It's a fucking 10 hours. It's gonna be traffic. It's Friday. Just gonna have to wait till Saturday, I think. He's losing control. Yeah, he certainly is. He's losing control. It's great to see, not like he was ever in control, but it's getting worse. It's getting worse. I'm telling you. And for all these people, he's not the foils. And if he is, it's not because he did anything wrong. Yeah, a lot of people go through this much to cover something up when they're completely innocent. Yeah, sure. A lot of guys start losing their fucking minds when they realize they're about to be outed, when they're innocent. Yeah, sure. The FBI just released a report that Biden's FBI hid information that the guy who tried to kill Trump was anti-Trump. Fox broke the story yesterday. LOL. Oh, Fox broke the story? Yeah, well, forgive me if I don't believe Kash Patel or Fox News. DJT is so evil. He's pure evil. Exactly. The UCMJ states it's your responsibility to not follow unlawful orders. Yes. Like Biden. What, like Biden? God almighty. I was going to put the thing up here tonight. I wanted it to say defend Trump without mentioning Biden, but I forgot. And it wouldn't matter. They'd have to mention Biden anyway. Grand jury who said no. How embarrassing. This is where I got cut off. He is demented. And how about him bowing to MSG? MSG. You mean MBS? Mohammed bin Salman? Is that who you're talking about? I'm not surprised. I didn't know he did that, but I'm not surprised. I mean, he yelled at a reporter when they asked about when they asked the MBS about him killing a journalist. He yelled at the fucking guy or woman, whatever it was, the journalist. Unbelievable. Great. Yeah, Trump sucks. How about Nick Fuentes? Listen, Nick Fuentes is a hell of a disgusting human being, but at the same time, he's 1,000 times smarter than Trump. And unfortunately, a lot of the stuff he says makes sense, not about race and stuff like that, but about Trump specifically, and about the Epstein files, and about Charlie Kirk and people like that. How many Democrats have been involved with Epstein so far? We don't know. We don't know. But you could throw a fake number in the chat if you'd like. Definitely getting to him, but as you said, just one of many things he's done. Oh, yeah. A guy like Nick Fuentes and his gay pedophile catboy dates, gay porn played on his show, on Cozy, etc. What? If that's not a God-fearing Christian, I don't know what is. That happened? There was gay porn played on his show? What? Don't embarrass our guest. That's what he said, yeah. That's what he said. Oh. That's something different, Martin. That's something different. That's not. I thought he said McGee, honestly, but that's not the journalist that asked the MBS question, right? I don't think so. I think that was actually on what? I'm doing what? I think that was actually on Air Force One that happened. How would you describe Melanie Trump? Well, first of all, I'd call her Melania. And then I'd call her a whore because she is one. She always was. You're stupid as any Biden supporter on earth. Does not having hair cause that? Oh, yeah, thanks. Oh, my God, he said I'm bald. Guys, I didn't even know until George Fricker told me. Uh-oh, Bobby, what am I going to do? I'm bald. Any Biden supporter would eat you alive in a debate, including me, George Fricker. Even your name sounds like a hillbilly. They are brainwashed. They are. He blamed the Mossad. Did he? Jesus Christ. Mail order first lady. Straight up whore. Yeah, she fucked Epstein before Trump did. Yeah, she's a pig. She was, she was brought here by, whoever, or maybe she was already here, but she was introduced to Trump by the owner of this Kit Kat club, and it was just a place where this guy set up rich men, such as Donald Trump, with beautiful Eastern European women, and that's it. Biden coming out their mouths. Yes. All the Trump supporters I knew took their signs down. All the Trump supporters I know, I'm sorry, Alex Munoz. Is that right? For what reason? Epstein files? You're secretly in love with Trump. No, Nancy, but I have a feeling you might be. FBS can touch on Patel using the FBI jet for going to events with his girlfriend on taxpayer dollars. Yeah, Deborah Corey. I mean, it's just another act of corruption, and I'm not surprised at all. Cash Patel's a douchebag. He always was. He doesn't belong in that position. Neither does Dan Bongino. He doesn't belong in his position either. And I think the funniest part of it is that he was at one point he made them stop tracking the jet because he was using it for shit he wasn't supposed to use it for. Bald means more testosterone. Is that true? That's MAGA, always attacking. Always, man. Oh my God, you're sick, full of shit. You want to debate me, Nancy? You want to come on here and debate me? In 2 years, Nick Fuentes will be 70 pounds with sarcomas and a non-vanity cane. All right, maybe. Like texting with Jeffrey. Yeah. Nancy, don't take anything personally. We know MAGA has serious issues. Yeah, they certainly do. Look at this. It seems like more smart people than Trump supporters tonight. How about that? Guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. Fuck, nice. No, you are the douchebag. Yeah, you still write text like that with just the letter U, you fucking child. Tell me what I'm wrong about, stupid. This guy dreams about President Trump, TDS. Sure I do. How would you describe Barron Trump? Scumbag in the making. I don't support Trump. However, where is proof on this? On what? The first time Melania Trump slept with Donald on Epstein's plane, no one belongs in their positions. No. Yeah, and yes, there was the first time they slept together was on Epstein's plane. You kind of look like a pedophile. Yeah. Well, Dougie Fresh, if you weren't a coward who used an avatar and a fake name, we would know what you look like. I believe what you are witnessing is the beginning of the end for MAGA. I think so. Sally, you got all her name? Cash Patel has his own Lolita Express now. He certainly does. He's flying his whore girlfriend around in the FBI jet. Poor Nancy drank the Kool-Aid. Yeah, like so many of them. I hate all the Trumps. Me too. I thought your community supported giving each other BJs. Yeah. Trump, best president. Sure he is. Sure. Libtard losers. Nothing intelligent to say? What a surprise. A moron has nothing intelligent to say. Of course. Trump used Epstein's plane during his second run for the White House. Oh, yes, he did. He certainly did. Crazy David with Trump being the throat goat. Yeah, I mean, Trump is the giver of blowjobs. Didn't you see the title? Donald B.J. Trump. It's insane how many of y'all are falling for the politics of political theater still. I hope you're talking to Trump supporters. Both candidates were known for BJ. They teach what in school now? Blowjobs? Yeah, sure. You probably believe that too. Trump is 14th cousins with Hillary Clinton. Did you know that Michael Wolff is suing Melania for billions? Has got a legit war chest going. He beat her to the punch. Good. I love it. Trump, best president in your deranged thinking only. Yeah, only. I had wished DJT would have been impeached by now. Well, not with a Republican House and Senate. No way. Richard Strange. How you know what people are? Melania, Cash, Bongino. Look how you spelled Cash. Maybe you're just judgmental. No, we know. Name a president in the last 50 years that wasn't a piece of shit. Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Jimmy Carter. That's probably about it in the last 50 years. Makes no sense you guys sell your soul for Trump. No, man. It's their whole identity, man. It's their whole identity. Remember when the entire world can't stand you lib losers? Go away, nobody likes you. No, and that's poorly written too. You're really dumber than I thought you were. We don't have a choice. Democrats are clueless. Oh yeah? So funny. Coming from the most clueless people on earth, yeah, Democrats are clueless. Sure, sure. Meanwhile, you couldn't debate a single one of us. Now we know why Trump hated Hillary so much. He was the other woman. Oh, yeah, because he blew Bill. Yeah. I like you reading your chat out loud so I don't have to. You like that, Pamela? Democrats getting paid by Epstein and being coached by him during impeachment. Democrats lie about 2017 meeting, Thanksgiving, public records prove that. Well, I don't know what that last part's about, but you're talking about one Democrat. One Democrat. And I don't know about them getting paid by him. That you just threw that in there. I think a Democrat, I don't even remember her name, the woman, she took some texts from him and you turned it into all that, huh? Got a little TDS going on. Tremendous dick syndrome? I got a lot of it going on. Well, I'll give you that, Jeremiah. The channel has nothing to do, nothing too intelligent to say. Nothing. Channel has nothing too intelligent to say, obviously. Sure, sure. I don't believe anything I hear from all you guys, both sides. Well, that's what research is for. You know, you don't ever take anybody's word for anything. You do your own research. You know? How come so many Democrats visit Epstein's Island? Well, that's just you saying that. There's zero proof that any Democrats visited his island. But go ahead, just say whatever you want. That's what you guys do. Biden was the village idiot. You followed a dementia patient. As long as Donald Trump is alive, Joe Biden will never be the village idiot. Nope. And Trump has dementia, by the way. I'm not a Republican or Democrat, but I'll gladly debate you. What would you like to debate? Why did Obama play around with little boys? He didn't, Bob. That's just you saying shit again. Muslim Brotherhood is being designated a terrorist organization. And you like that, huh? Sounds about right. I could see Trump doing that. Why so many Democrats now on the side of Jeffrey Epstein? They aren't. Bob, you're really misinformed, aren't you? Now that she was getting information on, not that she was getting information on how to handle herself on text messages, it's how Democrats saying there's nothing wrong with her working with Jeffrey Epstein. Well, you don't know that's, unless those text messages were released, I don't think you know what they were saying. And I don't think Democrats are saying there's nothing wrong with her working with Jeffrey Epstein. And Bob, considering it's coming from you, I would almost guarantee that's not true because everything you've said so far is complete bullshit. You know, there is the list of people who visit Epstein's Island. Yeah, nobody has it. That's what the releasing the Epstein files is all about. Did any research, you would see there is a list of Democrats who visited Epstein's island like Obama. Oh yeah, where do I find this list? Bob is really, I don't know, he's brainwashed, a pathological liar. I don't know what he is. Only Democrats can see Trump using Epstein's plane was 4D chess. Oh yeah, I know. It's always 4D chess with those dopes. Just because Bill is there with a blue dress, you have zero credibility, very little knowledge, lots of propaganda. Are you talking to that other guy in the chat, I assume? Only ignorant fools voted blue. Yeah, the smartest people in the country are the ignorant fools. Sure. It's not the red states, the least educated states in the country. It's the most educated states in the country. Makes sense. They're all over the news saying that this is not a big deal. They defended her right on the Senate floor. I'd have to see it. I haven't seen it, so. You're a frickin' ignorant idiot dude with TDS. Guys, why is it that everybody that misspells your calls me an idiot in the same sentence? If you can't spell, don't call anybody an idiot. I guarantee I can spell better than you. Criticizing someone's looks is weak. It means you don't have an argument. LOL, Biden is grow up with Biden. Pure dirty Joe kickback king. Biden is grow up with Biden. Pure dirty Joe. Wow. That's a doozy right there. Well, wow, the only way you answer a question in insulting the person, ask God Almighty, can you guys fucking write? Can you read and write English? Seriously, can any of you? Don't you proofread your comments, double check them before you hit the button, you dumb motherfuckers? Tell me what proof do you have of Donald Trump doing anything you've been saying? Well, it depends on what thing. You got to tell me which thing. Who's not wrong? Red states are the biggest welfare burden on the Fed with the lowest education numbers, 100%. You are so dumb because you are Who is this, Tony Pizza? Look how they spelled misinformed. Oh my God. Democrats are not smart at all. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, we know how to spell misinformed, you stupid bitch. Guys, hit the like button and subscribe, please. Thank you very much. Oh my God. Well, obviously everyone's wrong because Trump ain't caught for anything that they said he's done. Now, except for those 34 felonies and the being found civilly liable for sexual assault and the 2 impeachments. Yeah, if you take all that away, no. It's so fun playing with you assholes. You're so stupid. The left doesn't care about the victims. They only care about Trump being caught up in the scandal. Sure. That's why we say if Democrats are on them, good. Let them fucking pay too. Yeah. No, just because you guys don't have, sympathy or empathy and you can't feel for kids who were fucking put through that hell doesn't mean we can't. I know you guys don't understand empathy, but you do know there's over 40,000 pages of the Epstein files that have been released months ago. Oh no, Bob, years ago. And they just released them again months ago and made you think that it was new information. Yeah. And none of that stuff shows a list with Democrats that went to the island. So you snowflakes need to get over Biden. You're talking to Trump supporters, I assume. Clinton went to Epstein's island means they drank the baby blood. And oh God, please stop that. That's misinformed to you. Yeah, misinformed. Oh, these guys are too much. And while they're misspelling shit and writing all types of fucked up sentences, they're calling you an idiot at the same time. It's amazing. Is there a Mr. Informed? Well, I'm a straight male. So, oh, wait, I'm a broad if I'm misinformed, right? So, no, I'd be a lesbian. ICE agent Alexander Stephen Back arrested in Operation Creep child sexual abuse. Good. Trump was always going to be better option than a chick that would have driven your country into the dirt. No, he wasn't. We would be much better off with the chick, believe me. Grifting is good business, apparently. Y'all call people names because they're right. I don't even know who's on what side. Like, you guys should address who you're talking to, because I'm just reading comments and I don't even know who you're speaking to, us or them. I don't know. Trump was right beside Clinton with Epstein. No, Kentucky Life. There's just simply no proof as of yet that Bill Clinton did anything with Jeffrey Epstein. There is proof that Trump did, and there's accusations that Trump did. So it's 2 totally different things, and you try to conflate the 2. But Bill Clinton, we go over this all the time. He was on Jeffrey Epstein's flight logs, and every time he was on his plane, people seem to forget that Bill Clinton was already president for 2 terms when he was hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. And you could look it up yourself. Every single leg of every trip, he was accompanied by the Secret fucking Service on the planes. They weren't doing like him and Trump were doing, Epstein and Trump, going to Atlantic City and shit. They were going to Africa, stuff like that, for humanitarian causes, for the Clinton Foundation. Is that right? So it's a conspiracy. And what about Hakeem Jeffries' text proof asking dating advice. Hakeem Jeffries is such a douchebag. I have no desire to even defend him. And I don't know who said it was a conspiracy. Mr. Informer, you know, say daddy, me, snow, me, I go back. That's because I'm not a leftist. I mean, I guess you could say I'm a leftist, maybe. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a liberal. Biden would have released them for Kamala if it would have helped her abysmal effort. Her abysmal effort, she came pretty close. I hope you know that. Again, it's just stupid. I'm not even gonna have the argument anymore. It's so stupid. We'll talk about why Trump isn't releasing them. We're not going to go back in time anymore. It had it. Well, thank you, Susan McCann. Guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you have it in you to do so, if you're a kind enough individual and you have class, please send a super chat or hit up my Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal in the chat there. If it's even in the chat, is it? Uh-oh. I better put it in there. You're sick with TDS, you need help, bipolar you are. You refuse to look at anything objectively. You are still stuck on Trump's hoax felonies. You gave a mental illness using the web to vent. You gave a mental illness using the web to vent. All right. You do know that, I mean, what you're saying is that Trump's felonies aren't real. That's what you guys always say. And I assure you, I say this every show, you can't be convicted of fake felonies. They were real felonies and he got convicted of them. So it has nothing to do with TDS or anything else. You have TDS. You have TDS because you refuse to acknowledge that a convicted felon is a convicted felon. I mean, it's insane. Donald Trump is, but as a matter of fact, a convicted felon. And you're like, no, he's not a felon. Another J6 criminal arrested again in child diddling charges. And Trump calls them patriots. Well, diddlers are patriots then. 34 counts of this, so many counts of that, but yes, he's still there. Yeah, we know that, but he's also there as a felon. Where's the proof other than accusations? Taffwood, be more specific. Proof of what? What do you want proof of? I don't know. I think you guys got to look at it through the live streamer's perspective. Like, I'm reading a bunch of different comments and answering them. A whole bunch of different shit being talked about. And then somebody comes in there and says, where's the proof other than accusations? What would make you think, Taftwood, that I know what you're talking about? What would make you think so? What about the people wrongfully convicted and your side likes to release felons onto the streets and not jail them? No. It was your side that released 1,600 criminals onto the street. People that assaulted 140 police officers, some of which died. And you guys love that shit. So don't tell me it's us. No. And just because people are wrongfully convicted doesn't mean Trump is. We've seen the evidence. Trump committed a business fraud, falsifying business records. Thank you, Rena. I voted third party. Both sides are full of it, but the left wants to destroy this country. Woke joke exposure. Oh, that's why. You're one of those. Yeah, the left. How is the left going to do that? Just out of curiosity. And if you vote third party, I mean, I don't know. You might as well just not vote. Good point, G-Child. Trump gave me the sloppy. Is that right, Bubba Moorhead? Bubba Moorhead. He's already been convicted. What do you need proof of? Agreed upon. Trump is the diddler on the roof. He is. This guy's the biggest crybaby of them all. Donald Trump lives in your head every day, rent free. Sure. Gary Henderson, he's no felon. Oh, he's a felon. He's a felon. You see what I mean, guys? How could you deny that somebody's a convicted felon? Only Trump supporters could do that. That's why people laugh at you motherfuckers, because you are truly deranged people. And you say we have Trump derangement syndrome. No, I know a convicted felon is a convicted felon. You don't know that. In your opinion, a convicted felon is only a convicted felon if you don't like him. Impeachment isn't a simple process, and he was twice. It was one felony. They charged him 34 times with, you fucking idiot. It's really amazing. Isn't it amazing? It's truly amazing that there's people like this that have the right to vote and they're this fucking stupid. I mean, Andy, you know that if you're convicted of a crime and there's 34 counts of that crime, each one of those is a separate felony, right? Stupid. Like if you're dealing drugs and they set you up on 4 or 5 sales, you don't just get charged with one count. You get charged with every sale. So 4 or 5 counts. Okay, so Trump didn't commit the crime once. He committed it 34 times. And that's why he's a 34-time felon, jackass. You believe lies and now won't even look in the mirror. I don't know who you're talking to. These people just can't accept the fact Trump is a rapist. No. And not even that. Even the ones that believe he's a rapist, they just don't care. You know what I mean? Gary, if you got the money, you can do all the felonies and not be a felon. No, apparently not, because Donald Trump's a felon. Harris sucked her way to a big L. How do you suck your way into that? Dill Koof, whatever your name is. How do you do that? How do you suck your way into elected office? Just out of curiosity. And by the way, Kamala lost to Biden by less than Biden lost, or less than, let me say that again. Kamala lost to Trump by less than Trump lost to Biden. Go to Connecticut, Baldy dumbass. Why would I do that, Tracy? He didn't falsify anything, you lying piece of shit. You're just believing a fucking dumb liberal. So, by a dumb liberal, do you mean the 12 jurors who convicted him? The jurors that his fucking lawyer had part in picking? Okay. 34 BS counts of a novel interpretation of a BS law. It's amazing the mental gymnastics you guys do to try to, make excuses for this man and defend him somehow. You know, if Joe Biden was convicted of those same things, you guys would be acting like it was 34 counts of murder. You know you would. But because it's Trump, you're like, yeah, they're felonies, but they ain't real felonies. Is it not enough that he was convicted one time? For them, no, apparently not. His mother called him a monster and said she shaped that he never, what did I say? She hoped that he never got into politics. Look into that. Yeah, I think I heard that, but I don't know if it's true, Tara G. I'd like to say it is, but if I don't know something's true about Trump, I don't say it. They were all bogus, and that's why in appeals court they were overturned. Oh, God almighty, Gary. You guys cheer me up, man. I'm having a tough week, and you guys cheer me up, you know? At the same time, you make me sad, but you make me laugh, too. That's not a single thing was overturned, you dumb motherfucker. You can Google it right now. Donald Trump is a convicted felon as we speak. Not a single thing was overturned in an appeals court, you dopey motherfucker. Did you change your laws in New York? Just sue Trump. I think you're missing a word there somewhere. And you think he's a convicted felon, but yet he's your president. No, I know he's the president, and I know he's a convicted felon. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if she did. I just don't know it for sure. Sir, you calling anyone stupid is the biggest pot calling the kettle black. You're the one who is in fact stupid. Well, stick around. You can come on and debate me, and we'll find out. The woke joke exposer. If the left has its way, the whole country will be Muslim. There we go. There we go. I knew by the name it was either going to be about trans people, Mexicans, something. Muslims. Turns out it was Muslims. Is that your worst nightmare, fuckface? Time to wake up, Americans. Your vote doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just put this guy in office, you know. I bet the Hot Pockets in your fridge had a bad week too. All right, if you just pictured for some reason a fridge in your head that you think belongs to me and there's Hot Pockets in it, whatever you say, whatever you say. Apparently, immigrant guys, do you know people in blue here with wrenches? Do you know that I'm just a Hot Pocket eating loser who lives in his mother's basement, according to Trump supporters? Apparently, immigrants are bad, but having 34 felonies is good. Yeah, these people are weird. They make your IQ go down by listening to them. Oh, Tara G, you mean like when they say, if you broke the law, you should be deported? You know what I mean? And it's a misdemeanor. The law that they're talking about is a fucking misdemeanor. Crossing the border illegally, or just overstaying a work visa, whatever it is that they do. But those 34 felonies, that's I just Googled it. The charges were thrown out the window, you dumb fuck. Yeah, you didn't Google it. Biden's cover-up was the biggest in American history, dwarfing Nixon's scandal at Watergate. Oh, yeah? The cover-up of what exactly? Yeah, he just wasn't given any jail time. Nothing was overturned. Nothing was overturned. There was some sort of discharge, unconditional discharge, that said that he won't be punished because he's about to become president. And but it affirms his whatever his status as a felon. He's still a felon. Bobby Burberry on 199 $2 challenge match. There you go. Now Bobby is one of my biggest supporters for the longest time. He threw $2 into the chat and he said match. So if you guys would be so classy as to match him, just send $2. Is that right? I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you did. Democrats are for Jeffrey Epstein. Plaskett text him with Epstein in a hearing, and then Jeffrey's asking him to dinner. So it's so funny, Samuel Sam, like we're not even defending that. Like I'm not defending it at all. But you'll talk about that like as if they are the scum of the earth. But you won't talk about Donald Trump being, I don't know, accused of raping a 13-year-old with Jeffrey Epstein. Is a text message worse than that? Just out of curiosity. How about, like literally hanging out with him? Like when Trump was, flying on his plane places, even though Trump had his own plane, make you wonder why he was on the Lolita Express, right? Would make you wonder why. Trump had his own plane, but he seemed to like to fly in that Lolita Express. Okay, who gives a fuck? I don't care if you debate me or not. So he shouldn't be happy for the recent visit to the White House then? Who would that be? You fear the mirror, bald as fuck. Tracy Bedwell, let me get a good look at you. Oh, you got a YouTube thing covering up because you're an ugly bitch, right? Yeah, you look like an ugly bitch. From what I can see right here, you're definitely an ugly bitch. It's funny that you mentioned fear of mirrors because I would never even think of such a thing, but an ugly bitch definitely would. An ugly bitch who fears mirrors might look at other people and think the same thing for some odd reason. It's called projection, stupid. Still broke a law, moron. Who broke a law? Trump? Yeah, I know. I am Trump supporter. I don't think you eat Hot Pockets. Well, thank you, Phoenix Gun. I actually don't. You look like a thumb. I've heard that one before. We got a guy named BK Shallon's Gayest who says stuff like that. It's not really new or original. But I know I've seen a lot of thumbs with hair and glasses and stuff like that. Was sentenced to an unconditional discharge on January 10th, 2025. Yeah, because he was about to be president. Yep. I knew this guy was a liberal. Ha ha ha. I just joined the live. And yes, he's a beta. Yeah, right. American muscle. To name themselves people like that, insecure motherfuckers who could get knocked out real easily. American muscle. Shut up. And I'm no liberal, dick face. I guarantee it. Trump has been sucking Clinton's dick. He has. He absolutely has. What 23-year-old, Adam? I didn't mention a 23-year-old. Do you spell numbers wrong too? You mean the 13-year-old? The 23? They spell numbers wrong. Her name was Katie Johnson. Where's your evidence? Evidence of what? Having Trump derangement syndrome is better than having pedophilia shielding syndrome. Yeah, but we don't even have that, as you know, Taraji. Trump's wife molested you twice, is that right? Yeah, she is hot, so I guess it's not that bad. Jeffrey Epstein was a significant political donor, and federal election commission records show his contributions heavily favored Democratic candidates and committees. Well, listen, I guess perverts can be smart too, you know? Have I ever dated a beautiful woman in my life? Nah, no, man. No, I've never even actually been with a woman. Believe it or not, I am a 46-year-old virgin. I walked really close to one once, though, and she smelled beautiful. But I never actually got to touch one or anything, to be honest with you. It's a great sadness in my life. He was accused. He wasn't president then, so what happened to him? He was accused. He wasn't president then. That matters? What do you mean, so what happened to him? Nothing, unfortunately. You guys just don't want to believe what he's done. No, they don't. Type it into Google Scholar. If it's not there, it didn't happen. But if you find it, it did. Did it happen? I don't. What are you talking about? If you are not a liberal, what are you? I'm just a guy, who has a mind of my own. You don't have to be anything, You don't have to be left. You don't have to be right. You don't have to be liberal or conservative or Democrat or Republican. You really don't. You can make up your own mind about shit, Don't forget, Clinton went to his island 17 times. Hillary went to his island 3, and Obama even went to his island. So, Peter McGilton, you guys are as full of shit as your fucking leader. I swear to God. There is zero proof that Clinton ever went to the island. And there's even less proof, if you could go -0, that Hillary or Obama ever went to his island. And guess what? See, because I don't lie like you guys, there's zero proof Trump ever went to his island too. But that's why I don't come on here and say he did. I'm not a liar like you, But I don't even think it's that you're lying, Peter McGilton. I believe you read a Facebook post once that said there's proof Hillary and Bill went to the island, and you're stupid, so you believed it. No shit, you all can't go without Biden coming out of your mouths. Oh, the Trump supporters? No. You don't do the same thing Joe Biden does now. What does that mean? The case of Trump and the minors. To say about, I don't know, what about them? Jesus Christ. To say that Trump doing that, the Clinton is really sick, where's that information? Oh, it's in Epstein's emails. He said, I wonder if Putin has the pictures of Trump blowing Bubba. I'm not a Republican, but I love Trump. That makes sense. So you're just an asshole then. Virginia Giuffre, a prominent Epstein accuser, claimed in a 2011 interview that she had met Clinton on the island. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. I don't think she did. And if she did, if she said it was Trump, would you believe her? Did Virginia Giuffre say that she met Bill Clinton on the island? Oh, Bobby, thanks for the $10, brother. It appears the person because I put it in, it came out Virginia Drew Frey. So let me just start from here. Virginia Drew Frey has made numerous allegations against Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Prince Andrew, and others, but she did not say that she met Bill Clinton on Epstein's island. What do you know? Wrong again. It depends on the night. Sometimes a lot of people, tonight not so much. Bill Gates' wife said Bill always went to the island. I doubt that she did. What Biden was the worst president ever because he didn't even run it. It was the autop. Do you mean like Peter McGilton, like when Trump said a couple of weeks ago on 60 Minutes that he has no idea who he just pardoned? Do you mean that type of thing, like auto pen type of thing? Because he did say that, when asked about CZ from Binance. He said, I don't know who the guy is, but you just pardoned him. Yeah, but I don't know who he is. So You guys are like, that's what Trump knows about you guys. It's so funny. He just repeats auto pen, and then you repeat auto pen. Meanwhile, every president for like 70 years has used an auto pen, including Trump himself. You know? Well, you got a problem then, because that's pretty much where you find out everything. You wouldn't believe anything from the internet. Do you know that all of the information in the world is on the internet? So all the information in the world is wrong because it's on the internet? You seem right. The difference between us and you is we want everybody to be held accountable. You guys just want the Dems to be held accountable. No, we think everybody should be accountable no matter what. Oh yeah, Dems too. Fuck them. Yeah. The flight logs weren't always censored. I saw them before they were released. It says BC all over the list. Too many times to be coincidence. Whole list is black now. I don't know about all that, but Bill Clinton is on the flight logs. Bill Clinton is on the flight logs 20-something times. But again, Timothy Robb, let me make something clear to you because you guys don't seem to get this. Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were personal friends, okay? Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton, now they might have been personal friends, I'm not 100% sure. But Bill Clinton had already been the president for 8 years when they were hanging out, okay? Therefore, common sense tells you Bill Clinton could go nowhere without Secret Service. And if you look it up, what you'll find is that every trip mentioned on those flight logs, the Secret Service accompanied Bill Clinton. So you'd have to go so far as to think that either the Secret Service was there on the island with Bill Clinton, or that the Secret Service turned their heads just long enough for Bill Clinton to sneak away with an underage girl and rape her. Now, if that sounds doable to you, then you should probably get a lobotomy. Your personal friends until Trump, yes, personal friends until Trump found out about Epstein's perverted ways. Not true. It had nothing to do, even when Trump was asked about it, had nothing to do with him, supposedly kicking Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago, which Epstein said he didn't even kick him out. That's not what happened. There was a lawsuit over a real estate deal. Jeffrey Epstein was suing Donald Trump. That's why they parted ways. That's why. There we go. The past 4 years, you guys could have done this. Liberals are fucking delusional, just like you, bald-headed, true delusional ass. Trump could release the files right now, this very second, all of them. Mike Johnson is a freaking jerk for wanting to keep everything hidden. Well, he's Trump's a bitch, If you don't believe me, over 60% of Google is Democratic Party. Sure it is, Peter McGill. Sure it is. You don't have to call people names either. You called me a bitch for no reason. You are a bad man and hate others that don't have your thinking. No, you insulted me, bitch. That's why I called you a bitch. If you didn't insult me, I would have referred to you as Marsha. But this is not the first night where you've come in here and talked shit to me. So if you don't want to be called a bitch, don't talk shit. Okay, because that's another thing about you fucking perpetual victims on the right. Oh my God, you'll do whatever the fuck you feel like to a person, and when they come back at you, you'll be like, how could you? You're just like your fucking stupid scumbag orange leader. He fucking pushes everybody's buttons. He goes out of his way to start trouble, and then when he gets trouble in return, he's like, I'm the most persecuted president in history. Oh, fuck me. What? Clinton had Epstein to the White House multiple times. I'm not sure that he did, but let me see. I know Epstein was at the White House multiple times. He might have. Did Clinton have Epstein to the White House? Yes, Jeffrey Epstein visited the White House multiple times while Bill Clinton was president, primarily for a donor reception and meetings with an aide in the mid-1990s. So you see how there's always a reason? Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah, sure. Trump distanced himself from Epstein, you lying, bald-headed fuck, because of a real estate deal, you stupid asshole. You stupid hillbilly cocksucker, because of a fucking a real estate deal. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Peter McGilton. Yes, if you think algorithms aren't in place to brainwash propaganda at every single one of us, the internet was good information until algorithms took over. Yeah. Yeah. What does an algorithm have to do with, like, if you ask something, Google or something like that, a question? And again, what you're saying still is that all information on the internet is false. Now, when you use the auto pan, guys, come on. I'm being punked, right? Bobby, are you punking me? You sent this guy in here, didn't you? Tell me the truth. This is not a real person. There's no way this is a real person. Usually they call it the auto pin. He calls it the auto pan, when in reality it's the auto pen because it writes shit. And use an auto pan, in which they have a lot of documents that don't have that. No, when you use the auto pan, there's supposed to be a record of everything that coincide to the sign, and use an auto pan, which they have a lot of documents that don't have that. Holy shit. My God. I don't know what to say, Peter. I don't know. I would say start at elementary school and work your way back up, you know? Real news like Fox News, which legally can't call itself a news network and has to call itself entertainment to avoid the possibility of a lawsuit due to misinformation. Yeah, well, there was a lawsuit. They call themselves Fox News, though. But there was a lawsuit. They wanted them to have to call themselves Fox Entertainment. Where was the Secret Service while he was painted in a blue dress sitting in a chair? Oh, you think that he was a live model for that painting? You think Bill Clinton was a live model? Okay. You don't think that, since he was the president and all, that they could have just painted a picture of him? Okay. You guys did nothing but complain. Okay, Trump is this, Trump that. Is all you guys do is keep sucking his dick. No, he sucks bills, apparently. We don't suck dick over here. I'm very, very, very heterosexual. Very proud. Even though I never got to touch a woman in my life. All victims who cries victim, I don't know when you're transgender liberals. Holy shit. God almighty. How do you guys tie your shoes every day? Do you have somebody do it for you? Be honest. Trump is the reason Epstein was caught up in the justice system in the first place. You would be 100% right if you weren't 100% wrong. Yeah, that's not true. I know you guys like to go around spewing that because you read it on some asshole's Instagram post. But Donald Trump never turned Jeffrey Epstein in. He had nothing to do with his prosecution or conviction. He never spoke to the FBI about him. He was never an informant. Nothing of the sort. Nothing of the sort. Shit. Why is it so fucking much? They can't accept they got duped by Trump. ACC EPT accept, yeah. And where were you guys when the Democrats had the files nowhere to be seen? Well, where were you, Peter McGilton, when Trump had the files in his first term? Tell me that. Why didn't Trump release the files in his first term? That's what we need to talk about. If you want to go back to Biden, we got to go back to Trump, because Trump had them before Biden did. So why don't one of you very intelligent individuals tell me why why what? Why Trump I'm getting there. Oh, why Trump didn't release the files? Democrats lied 2017 meeting of Epstein in New York, but Trump in Florida at the time, just like you said, Secret Service goes with president. I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. I have no fucking idea. No fucking idea. Guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm probably going to end the show soon. Nobody's donating or nothing. There's nobody here really. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I did. The last few shows have been pretty dead. Why didn't they use it against Donald Trump if they had Epstein's files? There could be a number of reasons. Why didn't Trump use the Epstein files against all those Democrats? There's a question for you. Why is that? Trump had the fucking files 2019, 2020, 2021. Why didn't he release the files? Well, Jesus. Because that scene was paying the Democrat. All right. Because that scene was paying the Democrats. That scene? Okay. Don't forget, Donald Trump used to be a Democrat too, but he changed to Republican. Well, that's because he knew that the Democrats would never vote him in because he's a scumbag, you know. Which real estate deal? Peter McGilton, go look up the situation where Epstein was going to buy a house, I believe, for $40 million or so, and he invited Trump over for advice on where to put a pool. And Trump came over and saw the house, and then went and offered the bank more money and bought it for 45 or 50 million, something like that. Then he sold it a year later to a Russian oligarch for $95 million, and Epstein was going to sue him, and he might have even sued him. Algorithm will put what it wants up there for you, even if you ask one question. That's why sometimes you ask 41 things, they throw up something else before you get to the other. Do you know, Peter McGilton, let me tell you how Google works, okay? You don't got to take Google's answer for anything. All you got to do is ask a question, and then you'll get a million different sources. Like say you ask a question about Trump. You'll get the New York Post, the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal, different websites and news networks, Fox News, CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS, all this shit. And then you could put all that information together, read about it, and then maybe even check a couple other ways if you want to come to a conclusion and eventually to the correct answer. So you don't have to just Google something and accept the first answer Google gives you. You look at the sources, the different results. CNN has settled multiple lawsuits for defamation, but you only talk about the Dominion voting system suit against Fox. Dominion has been banned from multiple countries because of shenanigans. No, they haven't. A Republican operative of some sort actually bought Dominion, and I don't talk about any, actually, Doug. You didn't even hear me talk about the Fox one, but yes, Fox did have to pay $780 fucking million or some shit to Dominion voting systems because they lied about the election being stolen. Yeah. And as far as CNN and shit, I don't listen to CNN. I don't watch CNN. I suggest nobody does, but especially don't listen to Fox News. Oh, is that right, Jim Thomas? Okay, cool, man. Tell me what I'm wrong about, bro. You can't say the name. We want Clinton and Trump in jail. You can't say the name. What name is that? Don't, whatever you do, bro, don't call me Bud. Seriously. Don't call me Bud. I can't stand that shit. Hillary Clinton sold 20% of the United States enriched uranium through fusion GPS to Russia. Oh, yeah? Good. Good shit. Anybody who was with the girls should go to jail, Republican or Democrat. If they broke the law, 100% they should. Yes, fucking right, man. SSP is over 4 years into recovery. He doesn't do drugs. 4? How dare you? I'm almost at 6.5 years. No drugs, no alcohol. What happens when you use Firefox or Yahoo searches? Each search engine supports their contributors. Well, let me ask you this, Pruda. Where do you get your answers from? Just out of curiosity, where do you get your answers from? If you have a question, because the funny thing about this guy is he don't trust Google or any of the sources on Google, but I bet you he trusts some friend of his on Facebook. I bet you, or some coworker or something like that. Or Donald Trump, the most well-known pathological liar in the history of the world. I bet you he trusts Donald Trump. Yes, I know that. I'm fully aware. It was after the lawsuit and everything. Yes. Can't believe people actually still defend Trump. They should have their hard drives checked. Oh, yeah. Epstein has no victims since the government reopened. They are all survivors now. If you're a Trumper, just say that. If he's a pedo, then he's going to jail. It's easy. Okay, all right, yeah. You can't tell me a specific thing, right? Because there's nothing I'm wrong about. That's what you guys all do. I'm used to it now. I've been doing these shows for weeks. You guys, you just say you're wrong, and I say wrong about what? Everything. Oh yeah, what specifically? Everything, all of it. But I mean, is there a specific thing I said that I'm wrong about? You're just wrong. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's what's up, Susan McCann. Congratulations. Was Maxwell at Chelsea Clinton's wedding? I believe so, yeah. And Epstein was at Trump's wedding. So there's that too, you forget about that part. And again, I'm not here to defend Bill Clinton or any Democrat. I don't give a shit. You guys are all invested in your guy. I don't give a fuck about them. I don't care. I'll tell you straight up, Bill's a freak. Oh, but I won't let you lie and say that he's on the list when we have no idea if he's on the list. And as far as being in the files or being in the flight logs, that's all accounted for, all those trips. And where do you get the information, that information about Donald Trump being the biggest liar in the world? I think the last dictatorship was the biggest liars in the world. Well, we haven't had a dictatorship until now. And Donald Trump, you can look this up. Of course, you won't believe anybody that tells you anything you don't like to hear, but it's okay. I'll tell you anyway. In his first term, he told 30,000 verifiable lies and misleading statements. 30,000. In 4 years, now 284 days of those 4 years he spent playing golf. Okay? So just over 3 years. He told 30,000 verifiable lies. I'm kidding. He lies when he's playing golf too. So we'll say the whole 4 years. 30,000 verifiable lies. When he debated Biden, he lied 36 times during that debate. 36 times. And it was only 90 minutes. No, they don't. Of course they don't. And where do you get that information? Oh, I read that one. No, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, Mob 2 have been recovered. Yeah. I don't care if Clinton goes to jail. Me neither. Fuck them. Let him go. Why do they always bring up Democrats? They're trying to distract from Trump. Because you can't defend Trump. They can't do it. So they just got to do whataboutism. Well, what about Biden? Well, what about Clinton? Do you watch Trump administration roundtable meetings, or do you get your information from post-game networks? I watch everything. As far as his press conferences and meetings and shit like that, I watch all that. I don't watch network news of any kind. I only watch independent journalists. But I see all of it with my own eyes. Washington Post was tracking Trump's lies. There you go. You think he'll be impeached if they find he was with the girls? Not by Republicans. Now he'll probably get an award of some sort for being the biggest pedo. It's my guess. And he'll have to tell everybody that he is the biggest and best pedo. He's a tremendous pedo. He's better than all the other pedos because that's what Trump does. Epstein said Trump is the worst person he ever met. That coming from the biggest sex trafficker in history. You ain't lying, Christina Estrada. That's what he said. That's what he said. All right, guys, listen, this show was a crushing disappointment. Very, very low numbers. So I'm going to get going, and I'll see you soon. Peace.